Hi, everybody. Welcome to yoga. We're going to work on splits for the month of July since it's July 1st. Happy July, everyone. And I personally can't do a full split, so don't let that intimidate you or make you feel any type of way. We'll work on half splits. And if you do have a block, that'll be convenient because we are going to use our block. So go ahead and just stand at the top of your mat. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. One more full breath in. One more long breath out. Bring your hands to heart center and set an intention, purpose, or dedication for today's practice. And seal your intention on your heart. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to midday yoga. Just keep standing at the top of your mat, feet hip distance apart. You can keep hands at heart center or palms spinning forward. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. On your inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. On your exhale, step, walk, or jump your feet back to your first down dog. When you land in your down dog, and pedal out your knees, pedal out your heels, find some movement in your legs. Really stretching out the back of your legs, your hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, take your right leg high. Exhale, place it through to a lunge. Drop your left knee down, lift yourself up for a moment, tap your hands on your knee. Just grow nice and tall, pull belly to spine. And then start to hinge forward into a low lunge or an Anjaneyasana asana. Full breath in, full breath out. If you'd like, you can reach your left arm up. Add a tiny back bend, reach up or reach back. Come back to center, knee stacked over ankle, and you can tap your knee with your hands. Release your hands to frame your right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee up. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, drop forehead to knee. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale, tap forehead to knee. Exhale, settle in. Shift back to your lunge. Plant your hands to frame your right foot. Step back, down dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Let's move through modified vinyasa. Come forward to your high plank. Drop your knees on this first one and lower all the way down into a baby cobra. Hands are by your ribs, heart and chest lifted. Pull your elbows up slightly. Inhale. Exhale, release down, tuck toes. You can come through tabletop or all the way up to your down dog. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, place it through. Drop your right knee down, lift yourself up, tap your hands on your knee, grow nice and tall. And then start to settle in to your front hip. Full breath in, full breath out. Option to reach your right arm up. Still settling through hips, getting a little closer towards your mat. Inhale, reach up and back. On your exhale, come back to center, knee stacked over ankle. Release your hands, frame your left foot. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and then sink back, head to knee. Straighten your left leg, letting your head high. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. And try to square your hips, bringing your right hip forward, your left hip back. Take one more inhale. Exhale, settle. Come back into your left knee, back to your lunge. Plant your hands. Step back, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Another mindful and modified vinyasa. Come forward to your high plank. Tap your knees as you lower down to a low push-up. Find a cobra or an upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Look at your hands. Step, walk, or jump your feet to your hands and fold forward. Inhale, lift to a flat back, tap your shins. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, reach arms back. Sweep arms forward and up for your fierce or chair pose. Make sure your core is pulling in, a belly to spine. Hips are settling towards your midline. Inhale, straighten, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back. Just linking breath with movement. Inhale, reach arms back. Exhale, sweep forward and up. High crescent lunge. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your back foot. Find your warrior two. Find a nice strong warrior two. So pull your shoulders over your hips. Arms parallel with the floor. Front knees nice and strong. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Reaching up and back. Like you want to tap the back of your mat or the back wall, whatever's behind you. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, cartwheel down to a twisted lunge. Right hand is planted. Left hand can tap your knee, your hip, or reach high. Find length through your spine. Find that twist from your core. Peek up. Release your left hand down. Step back, down, dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, come forward into your high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Let's come into a Sphinx pose. Slide your forearms forward, elbows right under shoulders. Press into your forearms, press into the tops of your feet. Send your heart and chest forward. Lift your knees off the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release hands down. Place your hands under your shoulder. Press up through your tabletop or right to down dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, dome and round. Send your right leg up. Release it through to your lunge. Gaze at the front of your mat. Step forward and fold. Rise to a flat back, shoulders lift, hip height. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Sweep arms forward and up to your fierce or chair. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Inhale, straighten and reach up. On your exhale, bring your arms by your sides. We're coming into a tree pose. So you can take your hands to heart center. Shift weight into your left foot. Lift your right knee up to 90. And take your right knee out to the right. Just for a moment, lift your right knee up. Lift it up a little higher. Lift your right knee one more inch. Bring your right foot to your thigh, calf, or ankle. This doesn't have to be big. You can always keep your toes on the mat and tap your heel to your ankle if you struggle with balance. Just find your tree. You can lift arms up or interlace and flip palms towards the ceiling. Take one more breath in your tree pose. Lift your heart and chest and walk yourself back in, right knee to 90. Hands to heart center. Let's come into a standing twist. Reach arms up. Take your left arm forward, right arm back. Try to gaze back at your back thumb and keep your knee in line with your hip. Grow a little taller, pull your core in, peek back. Slowly come forward, arms reach up, right knee at 90. Release your arms by your sides, release your right leg down. Take a full round of breath. You can shake out your feet or shake out your ankles. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back. Inhale, arms reach back, airplane arms. Exhale, forward and up, high crescent lunge. Take a full round of breath. Settle through hips. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant your back foot. Find your warrior two. Find a nice strong warrior two. Strong legs holding you, strong front knee, strong arms. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Reaching up and back. Try to create space between your ribs as you reach back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cartwheel down, twisted lunge. Left hand planted. Right hand can tap your knee, your hip, or reach high. Find length through your spine. As you twist from your core, peek up. Release your right hand down, step back, down, dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Modified vinyasa, come forward to your high plank. You can tap your knees or lower yourself all the way down. Bring your arms by your sides for a full locust. Lift your heart and chest, lift your legs. Palms out to the sides, heart and chest lifting. Lift one or two more ribs, lift your thighs up. Release your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes. Press right up to your down dog or come through a tabletop. Full breath in, full breath out. Lift your left leg up. Pull your hands to your nose, round your spine. Send your left leg up. Lace it through to your lunge. Gaze at the front of your mat. Step forward and fold. Rise to your flat back. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Keeping hips low and core strong, reach forward and up, fierce or chair. Thumbs pull back, hips settle. Straighten your legs, reach arms up. Bring arms by your sides or hands to heart center, coming back into our tree. Shift weight into your right foot. Lift your left knee to 90. Take your knee out to the left. Just adding a little hip strength, lift your left knee up. Try to keep your upper body centered. So you don't want to lean to the right. You want to stay nice and tall. Lift your left knee up. Lift your left knee a little higher. Bring it in for your tree pose. Again, you can tap thigh, calf, or ankle. You can always keep toes on the ground if you need it. Pull your core in. Grow a little taller. Find your arm variation. Ground down to grow your tree. Slowly come back to center, knee to 90, hands up heart. Reach arms up. Taking our twisted lunge, right arm forward, left arm back. Pull your shoulders over your hips. Reach through both middle fingers. Peek back. Come back to center, arms reach up. Keep your left knee bent, arms by your sides. Release your left leg down. Take a full round of breath, shake out feet or ankles if you need it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, step your right foot back. Inhale, arms reach back to airplane. Exhale, forward and up, high crescent lunge. Take one inhale to reach. Exhale, plant your back foot, find your warrior two. Again, find that strong warrior. Pulling your core in to your midline. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Reach back a little deeper, then straighten your left leg. Catch your wrist. Take your palm up towards the ceiling and catch your wrist. Give yourself a little tug back. Just a little reach, little self assist. Come back to center, arms to a T. Coming into a straight leg triangle. Reach your left arm forward. Take your right arm down to the inside or outside of your leg, or you can always release your hand to a block if you have one. If you do have a block, I like block to the outside just because it allows your hips to be a little more neutral and a little more square than hand to the inside, but your choice. Ground down through your feet. Use those strong leg muscles. Peek up at your thumb. Shift yourself back up to standing. Turn your left toes in for a wide-legged forward fold. Flip your palms, lift your heart and chest. As you flip your palms down, start to pull your core in for a nice long spine. Release your hands under your shoulders. You can always bring hands to a block. You can also reach out for calves or ankles. Keeping a long spine on this set. So if you are reaching for calves or ankles, don't let your spine round. I want you to keep it nice and long. Using your arms as leverage, your legs as leverage, pull your upper body a little closer. Shift weight into the balls of your feet. Lift your hips. Take one more full round of breath, settle in. Release your hands right underneath your shoulders. You can reach arms out to a T or hands to your hips. Lift yourself back up to standing. Walk your feet into a 2 or 3 foot base and pivot on your heels to face the front of your mat. Coming into a pyramid pose or a straight leg triangle, lengthen through your spine, and then start to hinge forward with a long spine. I said straight leg triangle, I meant standing head to knee. And then once you're here, once you're parallel with your mat, use your hands to send your right hip forward and your left hip back slightly, just squaring your hips. And then you can dome your spine, releasing your hands to frame your front foot, bending into your front knee. Again, you can always place hands on a block. You can take 2 blocks to frame your front foot if you have 2 blocks. Let your head hang. Pull your belly up and in. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Start to lift yourself up just halfway. You can tap hands to your hips again. And then tap your hands to your thigh. Step your right foot back. Release your hands down to your lunge. Step back to your high plank. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale, lift to your down dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Moving through, come forward, high plank. You can tap your knees or lower all the way down to the mat. This time we're taking either a full locust or a boat pose. So if you'd like a boat, reach back for your calves or ankles. Press into your hands to lift your upper body up. If you're taking the full locust, reach arms back or interlace hands at your tailbone and press back to lift up. Everyone lift 1 more inch. Release your legs, release your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, come through, tabletop, or lift your down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, place it through. Drop your left knee down. Then start to sink yourself back. You can place a block right by your foot where your glutes are gonna come down. So start to release yourself down towards the mat. We're coming into our half split. So again, you can release your glutes to the floor or to the block. Flex your front foot and just hinge forward towards your leg. If you have a full split, feel free to take one here and you can kick your left leg out. If you're not quite at the half split, just come back where you can. So even if you just come back to here and use your hands for support, and then hinge over your right leg. Take 1 more breath in your split variation. And then start to lift yourself back up, plant your right foot, come back to the lunge, ease at the front of your mat, step forward and fold. Rise to your flat back. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Sweep arms forward and up to your fierce or chair. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Straighten your legs, reach arms up. Coming into a dancer's pose, keep your left arm high, bring your right arm out to the side. Catch your right foot behind you. Take a moment to engage your quad, the front of your right leg, and press back into your hand. So not moving yet, just taking that pause at the top. Then start to kick back. If you'd like, you can hinge forward. You can find a hinge from your hips. You can reach your front arm forward. You can always keep it small. Take 1 more full round of breath of your dancers. And slowly bring yourself back to center, knees meet. Release your right foot. Take a nice backstroke or windmill of your arms, opening up your shoulders. Land in your conscious mountain pose. Inhale, ground down through your feet. Exhale, grow a little taller. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, forward and down, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back. Inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, forward and up, high crescent lunge. Take one inhale to reach. Exhale, plant your back foot. Find your warrior two. Settle. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Reaching up and back, again, finding that space. Take your palm up towards the ceiling, catch your wrist. Straighten your front leg, reach back. Give yourself that little self-assist, reaching, giving a little tug to your wrist. Pull it towards the back of your mat, towards your back heel. Go back to center, arms to a T. Reach forward for your straight leg triangle. Again, you can place your hand to the inside or outside of your leg. You can always release to a block. Find settling in your triangle. Find length through your spine. Take a peek up. Lift yourself back up to standing. Turn your right toes in, coming back to our wide-legged forward fold. Flip your palms, lift your heart and chest. As you turn your palms back down, pull your core in and hinge forward. Release your hands under your shoulders. This time you can walk hands underneath you for a wide-legged forward fold. Allowing your spine to dome this time. You don't have to keep it long or straight. Still tipping weight into the balls of your feet and sending your hips up. Take one more full round of breath. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Place your hands on your hips or arms to a T. With a long spine, press yourself back up to standing. Then walk your feet into that 2 or 3 foot base and pivot on your heels to face forward. Coming into a pyramid pose or standing head to knee. Hinge from your hips with a long spine. Pause when you're parallel with the mat. Use your hands, send your right hip back, gently pull your left hip forward, just slightly, again, not forcing anything. Dome and round your spine. Release your hands to the floor. You can bend into your front knee. You can always bring hands to a block. Full breath in. Send your inhale to the deepest part of your lungs. Full breath out. Let it go. Take one more full round of breath. Slide your hands to your hips. Lift up just halfway. Place your hands on your thigh and step your back foot back. Release hands down, you're back in your lunge. Step back, high plank. Inhale in your high plank. Exhale, hips up, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Our last vinyasa, your choice. You can come through a chaturanga. You can take a cobra, a sphinx, or a full locust. Meet us in the down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take your left leg high. Place it through to your lunge. Drop your right knee down or stepping back or coming back into a half split again. So again, if you have a full split, you can keep your leg up and start to straighten your legs. If you're with me on the half split, start to sit back. Again, you can always sit on a block to even out your hips. Hinge yourself forward. You can always come halfway and just use your hands and dome over your leg. Take one more full round of breath. Start to lift yourself back up to the lunge. Use your hands to frame your front foot. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, gaze at the front of your mat. Step forward and fold. Rise to your flat back. Fold forward, bend knees, reach arms back. Strongest chair pose yet. Sweep forward and up. Pull your thumbs back. Settle your hips down. And straighten your legs and reach arms up. Coming into our dancers, keep your right arm high, bring your left arm out to the side. Catch your left foot behind you. Take a pause at the top to grow tall and engage your left quad. And then start to kick back. Again, you can hinge forward. You can reach forward. You can always keep it small. Just find your dancer's pose. And slowly bring your knees back into 90. Release your foot. Take a nice backstroke or windmill of your arms. Land in your conscious mountain pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, forward and down. Fold. Rise to your flat back. Step, walk, or jump yourself back to a down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift your right leg high. Place it through to a lunge. Drop your left knee down. We're coming into a pigeon pose. Walk your right foot across your mat. Send your left foot back. And sink your hips down. Find a little lift in your heart and chest. And hinge yourself forward. If pigeon doesn't work for you, either your hips or your knees, you can come into a 90-90 sit. So your knee and hip would be in line. Knee and ankle would be in line. Same with your back leg. And you can hinge to the right if you're taking the 90-90 sit. Just taking your upper body to the right. Again, you can rest on a block. In either pose, just start to drop in. Letting your hips sink towards the mat. Letting your upper body sink towards your mat. Take one more full round of breath. Start to lift yourself back up. You're in the 90-90 sit, come back to center. You're in the pigeon, lift your hands. Everyone tuck your left toes behind you and send your right leg high. Just take a hip opener, toes over to the right. You can make circles with your ankle. I like to make circles with my knee to kind of roll out that top hip. Send your right leg high onto the ball of your left foot. Release your right leg down. Bend your left knee a lot, so your right heel towards the mat. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Come back to center in your dog. Create space between your shoulder blades. Send your heels towards your mat. Lift your left leg high. Place it through to your lunge. Drop your right knee down. Again, coming into our pigeon or 90-90 sit. Walk your left foot across the mat. Send your right foot back if you're dropping into pigeon. If you're taking 90-90 sit, find that L shape with both legs. And then come over to the left. Take one more full round of breath. Let something go. Start to lift yourself back up, back to center or back into your hands. Tuck your right toes behind you. Send your left leg high. Fan open your hip, bend your knee, your toes to the right. Come back to center. Lift onto your right toes and your left toes high. Release your left leg down. Take a few pedals of your knees, pedals of your heels. Nice and slow, just walking out your dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step, walk, or jump your feet to your hands. Sit back on your mat. Keep your knees bent and roll yourself all the way back. We're coming into a bridge or a wheel pose. I'll turn to this side so you can see me. Walk your heels in towards your glutes. Press through feet, press through hands, and lift your hips up to the ceiling. If you'd like a restorative bridge, you can use your block and place it on either setting, a high or medium setting, under your hips. Send your hip points up towards the ceiling. Engage your quads, the front of your legs. If you don't have the block, lift your hips up even higher. If you have a block, just point your hip points a little higher, or almost like you're trying to get them closer to your chest. Lift up. Everyone release all the way down. You can remove the block. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out. Bring into a wide bound angle or Supta Baddha Konasana. Place a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly. You can close your eyes here, taking a bit of a meditative pose, helping our spine neutralize. Take one more full round of breath. Bring your knees back up to center. Separate your feet about the width of your mat. Bring your arms out to a T or goalpost arms. Coming into a wide-legged twist, let your knees fall to the right. Stack your right ankle on your left knee and gaze to the left. Just using your ankle for a little bit of support, a little bit of a self-assist to take your left knee towards the floor. You might feel a little more of a stretch in your left hip. Sink into your twist, take a full round of breath. Bring your gaze back to center, unstack your ankle. Just take a nice windshield wiper of your knees side to side. Let that go. Let your knees fall to the left. Stack your left ankle on your right knee. Gaze to the right. Falling into your twist. Bring your gaze back to center. Unstack your left ankle, roll back onto the soles of your feet and find that nice windshield wiper side to side. Bring your legs back to center. Feet are on the floor. Lift your knees up to 90. Take your right leg over your left, almost like we're in an eagle pose. You can wrap all the way around. And then take your right arm under your left. Again, like we're an eagle, but we're on our backs. Just taking tiny little crunches here. Inhale, lift yourself up, maybe elbows to knee. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Just one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Unravel your arms. Unravel your legs. Release them down to the mat. You can take them a windshield wiper if you'd like, just for a moment. Bring your feet back in. Knees lift to 90. Take your left leg over your right. Take your left arm under your right. Just tiny eagle crunches. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Just one more. Inhale, lift. Maybe tiny fold at the top. Pull your core in. Exhale, release. Release your arms back out. Release your legs down. Find a windshield wiper side to side. Pull your knees into your chest for a double seated chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. As you pull your knees in, you can find a little sway side to side, or you can make circles with your low back. You can also take a happy baby, feet up towards the ceiling, rubbing the outside edge of your feet Again, in happy baby, you can rock or sway side to side. Come back to center from your happy baby. Squeeze your knees in, back to the double knee to chest. Release your feet down. Send your legs along. I'm gonna take an inverted plank. So you can come onto your elbows if you'd like, or you can press up into your hands. Lift your hips up and roll onto your feet. If you'd like, you can drop your head, peek back, take an inhale, exhale, let it go. Release your hips back down to the mat. Roll yourself all the way down. Ready for our final resting pose, Shavasana. If there's any other pose you'd like to take in your practice, feel free to take it here. If you're ready for final rest, let your feet fall out and palm squeeze up. Lift your shoulders above the mat and pull them back and down, away from your ears. Close your eyes. Feel your full body weight being supported by the ground, the earth. Enjoy your final resting pose. I'm going to walk you through an extended exhale, just a small little breathing technique. So you don't have to follow me. I won't know either way if you just lay in your Shavasana. If you'd like to come with me, we're just going to make our exhale twice as long as our inhale. So inhale for a count of 1, 2. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2. Exhale 2, 3, 4. You can keep doing the extended exhale. You can lengthen it, maybe do a count of 3 to 6, or shorten it, a count of 1 to 2. You can lay in your Shavasana. I'm going to mute myself so you don't get my background noise. I'll come back with 3 rings of the bell. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bringing awareness back into your physical body, your physical form. When you're ready for a larger movement, hug your knees into your chest. Show yourself some gratitude. Take a moment to thank yourself for making it to your mat this afternoon. Reach your right arm back. Rolling onto your right side, use your arm for support. Fall into fetal position, our position of new beginnings. Recall the intention, purpose, or dedication you set at the beginning of your practice. You have the option to set a new one right here to take you through the rest of your Thursday, maybe even into your weekend. Start to press yourself up to seated, facing forward. Bring your hands to heart center. Tuck your chin, glance down at your fingertips, or you can keep your eyes closed. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, just let your breath go. Let's recognize the peace and light within each and every one of us by bowing forward together. Thank you, everyone. Beautiful practice. Nice hip exercises today. Hopefully I'll see you next week.